So we set out to renew or develop a new state energy plan. In 1992, then Governor Nelson, what they did, had a series of committees and had meetings and committee meetings, more committee meetings, and you kind of know how painful that can be. So I said, well, have worked in Washington, D.C. 15 years, Capitol Hill, lobbying, that sort of thing. And I said, you know, maybe we should just replicate what the federal rulemaking process is all about, and let's go out and have some public hearings. And my staff said, what, public hearings? I said, yes, let's go out and see what people think. And then I realized about 6 months later what they meant. But no, but it was great. We had 9 hearings across the state, and we solicited public opinion. What do you think the energy plan should look like? And during that time also we had our website. Now in like 1992, we could go back in and we opened up our website for public comments. And really, I mean, we got everything across the map, and we received hundreds of public comments, and we sifted through those and came up with an interim plan. Of those hundreds, actually, Robert, I think you were about 150 of those. That no, we'll just count those as one. We were going to roll this out about a year ago, the final energy plan. Then lo and behold, here comes the energy stimulus dollars. So I sat down with the governor and said, well, should we just roll out the final plan? But here comes the stimulus money. We need to incorporate that in. So why don't we see where we're at with the stimulus dollars here in a couple months. And the way the stimulus package works, you apply for all these programs through grant funds. So it took really throughout most of 2009 to get all these programs in place, or I should say applications in place, get the Department of Energy to approve them, come back, get our implementation plan in place. So now we're just about ready to go, and we rolled all those stimulus plans into the package. The one thing that I probably one of the most important things about the energy plan in terms of we get questions a lot, you know, what are the priorities and what are you emphasizing over other things? In 2005, the Energy Policy Act, the Federal Energy Bill, gave a goal, not a mandate, but a guidance and voluntary goal to every state to reduce our energy consumption by 25% over the years from the years 1990 through 2012. So 25% over 22 years. And with the use of our loan program, revolving loan program, what we thought we'd do is really start out that as probably as our #1 priority to try to meet this this federal goal of reducing our energy consumption in the state. And actually, Dave, during the question I asked, we can talk a little bit about that as well, because Dave, he's been my number crunching guy, and we can give you some of the calculus how we're working through that and where we look here to meet that goal here in a couple of years, and really also where other states are sitting, other 49 states are sitting in regard to that too. I had mentioned the stimulus package, and just to tell you give you an idea of the import of that to the state energy plan now. That $93 million, I'm just going to break that down briefly for you. The low-income weatherization program, which is for anyone currently whose income is 200% of poverty level. In Nebraska, family 4, poverty level is considered $21,000 and change. So roughly anyone who makes family 4 $42,000 or less qualifies for this low-income weatherization program. And you're eligible for up to $6,500 per home. The goal of that plan, of course, is to really to make just homes as energy efficiency, particularly low income, as possible. We replace a lot of furnaces, air conditioning units, put in a lot of insulation, and you name it. It's been a very effective program. Normally, we would receive about $2 million a year for that program. through the stimulus package, we've received $41.6 million over the course of 3 years. So, and actually by the time we implement it, that money actually it'll be paid out in about 2 years. So what essentially happened, we have a tenfold increase in our weatherization funds per year for the next 2 years. Our state energy program, generally we'd receive about $300,000 a year, and a lot of that would really be more administrative money. Through the stimulus package last year, we received $30.9 million. Energy efficiency community block grants. State of Nebraska, that's really a new program. Haven't received any. There's been programs like that the federal government's operated in the past. But we received $18.8 million last year. $9 million of that went to the top 10 cities and counties in Nebraska by population. Excuse me, the other $9 million is eligible for all the 82 other counties, 83 other counties. So, Robert, catch me on that. The 83 other counties in the state and the 500 and some communities, villages, towns, municipalities, etc. throughout Nebraska. We recently issued a request for proposal for these funds throughout the state, and we received from all those municipalities and counties 221 applications for about $12 million. So we're seeing a lot of great interest, and there's just a lot of great ideas out there. What we're going to focus on with those funds are will be lighting, number 1, building retrofits number 2, and then renewable energy production number 3. And not necessarily in that order, but those are just the 3 areas that folks are limited to for those grant funds. And then the smallest stimulus fund, I might add, is the Energy Star Appliance Rebate Program. Somewhat akin to the Cash for Clunkers, the state of Nebraska receives $1.7 million. So I can tell you honestly that, and we kind of figured this was the case when the stimulus program was announced. It's the smallest pot of money we have for stimulus, and it's one that I probably spend the most time on. This week, anybody here from the World Herald? I probably talk to reporters at the World Herald maybe 2 or 3 times a week in terms of the appliance rebate program, how it's going to work, and when it's what's up and running. So there's just great consumer interest, and as you can imagine, that's something actually most of you folks can apply for and receive. That's not based on income. It's just on on the need for a what they call a white good or a brown good, a furnace and a heat pump, or a refrigerator, dishwasher,